BATJAC J.W. here, and 2020 is here, and we couldn't have had better news than this. Colt has brought back the Python. Well, not this exact one. This is a vintage 6-inch blued, but they have brought back the Python. I knew they would. I just didn't know when they were going to finally bring them back. And yes, they finally brought back the Colt Python. So let's talk about it, which I'm really glad they did. And I knew they were going to eventually, once the Cobra came out and then the King Cobra, I knew it was only a matter of time before they brought back the King of Kings, the Colt Python, the mystique, the beauty, the collector's value. Oh boy, all that stuff. And one thing I am just absolutely thrilled with is now we can all eventually get one for a reasonable price. Now, I certainly did not pay top dollar for mine, but I certainly didn't get it cheap. And I was in the right place at the right time and happened to pick it up. And, some people get that luck and some people don't. Most of the time when you're going around gun shows or just talking to some of the guys that are, maybe been in the business selling stuff a lot, they want a high premium price for these things. Guess what? That's all going to change now. Because I think a majority of us love the gun for its aesthetics. Absolutely. Are they fantastic shooters? Absolutely. It's so well balanced. Shooting 38 specials in it like I've done is absolutely a dream. And, it's not too bad in 357 either. But, it certainly is a heck of a nice shooting gun. I remember shooting a 6-inch like this one out at my buddy's ranch, and we were banging steel. I mean, we had got to be 50 yards out and just putting them right on there with a Python. Absolutely fantastic. But so now that's what I'm hoping for. Some of these guys are like, even ones that are kind of beat up are still going for $1,500. Well, now guess what? With an MSRP off of Colt's website at $14.99. Now that's not cheap, but I'd rather buy that than somebody's kind of worn out one. Not to mention they're all stainless steel. That's really cool. Now the ones they're offering is 6-inch like this one and 4. So that's going to be really neat, and I can't wait. They're going to hit the market, and it's going to be wonderful. And that's going to be the fantastic part of it all. It's going to change the market dramatically. It really is, because again, I think a lot of us want to get one, and I certainly want to get one because I always wanted to get one because of the way it looks. It's so cool. The way it just, there's no ifs, ands, about nothing. This is a sexy looking gun. It really is. It just has the look that is unbelievable. Now with them being out, now MSRP $14.99, as they will trickle in, as shops will get them, as it floats around a bit more and more, the prices will come down, especially places like budsgunshop.com where they buy a great deal of them. You'll see the prices drop. You'll see them come around a little bit more. And then, eventually you'll probably get some used ones that are coming around, and you'll be able to pick those up for a decent price. So that's what I'm really excited for, because it's going to hopefully, change that. I can tell you right now, I would want, even though I got the vintage one and everything like that, but it would be cool to have a new one. And I know some people say, well, they're not going to be made like the ones like the vintage ones like these are made. But you know what? Yeah, yes, and no. Yeah, you'll never be able to make what they used to make for sure. There's no questions about that. But again, I think a lot of people want them for that nostalgia, the cool factor. I think a majority of the buyers want them for that. Sure, there's a lot of people with deep pockets that have a great collection of these, and they're gorgeous, and that's really cool to have a collection like that. But now this just opens up a whole nother territory for a lot of us, the majority that just want to own it for the aesthetics, take it out to the range, shoot it, and not feel like, oh my gosh, like I just put all these rounds for a gun that's got a collector's value of like $3,000 or something like that, which is just ridiculous. But now that's going to be gone. We're going to be able to have them, shoot them, and I certainly, without a doubt, I've been very interested in Colt's new C model 1911 with all the reading I've done on it and all the discussions on it, and basically saying, some of the people that are really into 1911s, the right people, I think, have said, it's probably one of the best 1911s they've produced in a long, long, long time. So I can't wait to see what the new Pythons look like, and what a great way to kick off 2020. So I'm BATJAC J.W. Like, share, and subscribe. I just wanted to throw my opinion out there on this thing. So I couldn't be happier. I'm just so excited. I hope it's just, I love that when it just changes the market like that, and it gives everybody an opportunity to get one for an actual reasonable price. Not so, like, again, I'm not saying $1,500 is cheap. By no means. I can't, but it definitely is better than paying a collector's price for one of these things that you almost feel. Now, if you're like me, I work very hard for what little money I have, and when I spend that kind of chunk of change, I tend to, be a little worried about it, and I don't want to overdo it with it. But with something like that that's newly on the market, that you can just go and get, that's going to change. Anyway, I'm just thrilled. I'm excited. 2020, here we go.